Oh my God. Wayfair is like my number one BFF recently. You know why?
Wayfair's your number one BFF recently? Why?
Because I just bought a new ceiling fan and had it installed in my apartment. And let me tell you, life is different now.
It sure is.
Life is different now.
It sure is.
Life is different now for me. Do you even know what a ceiling fan can do to your life? You know.
I know what a ceiling fan can do to your life. One of the saddest things was moving to New York and not having a ceiling fan again. And then I finally moved into an apartment with a ceiling fan, and I was like, I'm back in business.
And guess how many ceiling fans are on offer at Wayfair.com? That's right, thousands.
Thousands
That's right,
of ceiling
thousands of ceiling fans.
You can get all sorts of things at Wayfair to like spruce up your house for the summer or the fall. I know what I got from Wayfair that changed my summer for the better. A Vitamix.
Love that. You're making
blending.
smoothies.
I'm making smoothies. You know what else I made in my Vitamix last week? Gazpacho.
Gazpacho. I knew you were going to say gazpacho.
I have a very good recipe for gazpacho. It's the best.
But yes, I love a cold soup for the summer. We're loving a cold soup for the summer. You can get anything on Wayfair from decor to lighting, rugs,
to kitchen appliances, to furniture, all sorts of stuff.
Storage bins. Oh my God, storage bins. Don't even get me started. Wayfair has everything.
No matter your budget or style, you'll find something that works. Get organized, refreshed, and back to routine for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home.
You will dream it.
Yo, they want to know.
Hey,
Neil.
hey,
Neil.
Come on.
hey. I want to be famous.
Welcome to Who Weekly, the podcast where you'll learn everything you need to know about the celebrities you don't. I'm Bobby Finger.
I'm Lindsay Weber.
And this is breaking news. The call literally came in 10 minutes ago.
Hi, BLT. Rosamund Pike sang Shania Twain, and she had this to say about it. When you get out of your comfort zone and sing on stage, and the song you get to sing is the mightily wonderful, unapologetic anthem, Man, I Feel Like a Woman, and the beauteous creator of that song grants her permission for you to sing it, and not only does that, but comes to the show, exclamation, 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 at Shania Twain, to sing in front of you in this moment when Jessica Parks, the judge I play in Inter Alia Let's Lose, ... was frightening and uplifting, what a song. It holds you. It's witty, it's sexy, it's joyous, ... It is a celebration of being a woman and owning who you are, and for me it feels like freedom and fun and joy and pride, and in that ownership, ... I know it's a song that every woman in the audience has a relationship with, and I feel that they identify with my character's need to be defiantly herself for a moment. Space, ... Hashtag Man, I Feel Like a Woman, hashtag Shania Twain, hashtag Inter Alia, hashtag National Theater. Anyways, crunch, crunch.
What?
Remember like a few months ago when you sent me or a group chat a photo of Rosamund Pike dressed up like a judge, like with the wig, like a British judge?
Yeah, she was doing the like one woman show thing.
It's the same people who made Prima Facie, the one with Jodie Comer.
Right, it's a one woman show about like the law or something.
Yeah, she's like, I'm a judge and I sing karaoke.
I don't remember the karaoke part.
Okay. Well, I guess part of the show is that she sings a Shania Twain song or a song in karaoke, and she wanted to sing Man, I Feel Like a Woman, and she asked Shania Twain, can we use your song? And Shania said yes, and they just posted about it last night. Both Roz and Shania. The caller read Roz's caption, which is to a photo of her singing karaoke, and behind her is a screen that says, no ambitions, make no conditions. and then Shania went, here's the photo, and then posted this.
Oh my God, Roz in a straw hat, Shania in a yellow trucker hat, both looking so white teeth and happy to be there.
And her caption is Shania's, here's a fun story. A while back, the lovely Rosamund Pike reached out to ask if Man, I Feel Like a Woman could be used in a new play that she was a lead in. And of course I said yes. The universe worked its magic because while Inter Alia is on at the National Theatre in London, some exciting projects brought me here too. I had the privilege of seeing the show last night. It was raw, it was powerful, and Rosamund was absolutely incredible. What a fantastic show. And I'm so glad we got to connect after as well. She's a beautiful person.
I like that she mentioned, because I was kind of like, why is Shania Twain in London?
She's like, I'm here for work.
Did she go to London to see this? And then she literally answered that question where she was like, no, I'm here for a different reason.
Before you ask, I'm here for work.
I love that. That's like the best part of that.
Okay, you are listening to Who's There, a weekly call-in show where we take your questions, comments, and concerns at 619-WHO-THEM. Let's play some comments.
Let me join the chorus of other gay Los Angeles men and saying that Sam Asghari is leaving the Abbey, not the Ivy, and paparazzi certainly do not hang out at the Abbey. Otherwise, there would be photos of me at age 26 all over the internet. So yeah, it's the Abbey, not the Ivy, and that's a very, very, very interesting choice. Crunch, crunch.
That is a very, very interesting choice.
I've never been to the Abbey.
Oh,
actually.
shocking.
No.
Even I have. I watched the Lady Gaga Super Bowl halftime show there.
That's great. I think
Yeah.
that's fun.
I think so. And it was fun. Thank you.
It's like the only gay bar I go to when I go to LA is Lala's house. It's like, that's my gay bar of choice.
It's true. That's true. And it has much better amenities than the Abbey.
Yeah.
And the paparazzi are never there, just like the Abbey. Okay, interesting shift. Take that as you
Yeah.
will. Sam Asghari was leaving the Abbey, a famous gay bar. They do serve food, and the paparazzi were there, and they're usually, quote unquote, never there. So I guess your first instinct was true, which was that he gave you a little ring and said, I'm at the Abbey.
Sorry. All LA restaurants look the same to me.
Same. Apparently, same.
Next comment.
Hi, calling in with a little bit of an update or nuance regarding the Georgina and Cristiano Ronaldo situation that you mentioned in your last episode. So, tiny thing. I believe they met in a Gucci store in Madrid, not Milano. Not that that's a big deal. But you spoke about why there'd been so much talk online about why they hadn't gotten engaged yet, right? Despite having 2 kids and things. And I think there's a little bit more to that and why that has become such a big discussion. Now, I'm someone who's watched the entire Georgina show on Netflix. I'm obsessed with it. It is crazy. But Cristiano obviously has an interesting past, to say the least, with some pretty serious allegations against him. And one of the speculations regarding their relationship has been whether or not she might be his beard, or that the relationship is transactional in some kind of way, right? So he seems like he really wants to be a dad. He has 3 kids, who he's had without sort of being in a relationship with a mother, 2 of whom he welcomed via surrogate, at the same time as he met Gio. And then they subsequently had 2 more kids together. So there's been some speculation whether this relationship is very transactional, and looking at the Netflix show, that's definitely what it feels like. And that maybe the reason they haven't gotten engaged is because he doesn't see a need to. He's getting whatever he wants out of that relationship all on its own. So I think the speculation regarding their relationship has been more than just like, oh, she's lame because she hasn't gotten engaged yet. It's more like, what is the nature of the relationship at all? Anyway, that Netflix show is Netflix documentary. Wow. It's really not a documentary. The reality show about her, super fascinating. If you would ever want to do a breakdown on it, I highly recommend season 1. It is nuts. Very European, Eurotrash, if you want to go that direction. Spoken from a European, by the way. So I think I'm allowed to say that. Anyway, ciao.
Okay, obsessed with that like detailed dig into what's really maybe going on. And it seems like everyone in Europe knows except for us.
I've heard rumors that Cristiano Ronaldo was gay, but I always thought they were like fake. I thought they were always just like, oh, every athlete, every famous man has like a gay rumor. I didn't realize they were like serious. Did you?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm not paying attention here.
I didn't realize the rabbit hole went this deep, I guess is what I'm saying.
I'm not paying attention here, but I do feel like, marrying your longtime girlfriend to kind of cover up various allegations is not a bad idea. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't be, that kind of tracks for me. That part tracks for me.
I find it interesting.
I just find it interesting is what I'm saying.
I find it so interesting.
No one's asking me, but if I'm responding, I'm saying this is quite interesting.
Okay. People are asking you, though. I hate to break it to you. They are asking you.
Oh, then I find it interesting.
Okay.
Same response.
Man, I feel like that's interesting. Next call. Speaking of interesting.
Hi, Lindsay, Bobby, Timmy. Long time. I just saw a tweet that said Sabrina Carpenter's twink and Olivia Rodrigo's twink dating each other is low-key the most iconic thing in pop culture. I think I know who Olivia Rodrigo's twink is. I think that's Conan Gray. Who is Sabrina Carpenter's twink? Thank you so much. Crunch, crunch.
Caller, I feel
So casual.
as an ally, I think this call might be hateful. I love you. I do think this call might be too far. As an ally, I'm calling you to the red table, and I'm saying I don't think this call was your best moment.
I think I know who Olivia Rodrigo's twink is, but I'm not sure I know who Sabrina Carpenter's twink is.
Like, what are
Anyway,
where are
crunch,
we?
crunch. I mean, this is sort of like what hath we wrought, personally.
No, I know, and
This is on us.
literally, this is just our fault. Like, I'm not even. I feel like we're like chastising the caller when it's like this is our fault completely. And I will say this. When I Googled this, I came up exactly against an article from Queerty that said, wait, are Sabrina Carpenter and Olivia Rodrigo's emotional support twinks dating each other? And I was like, that's what's going on here in terms of what we're being told we're supposed to be saying or not saying.
Here's every queer person when they saw the news that Sabrina Carpenter's twink was maybe dating Olivia Rodrigo's twink.
Wait.
Stop it. How'd you think of that?
I love the wait voice. You didn't know this about me? I'm obsessed with the wait voice.
I mean,
wait.
Is
wait.
that a clip you're pulling
wait.
out normally?
No, I just searched crosswalk wait, and there it was. Wait. It's like I love the horrifying sound of, oh my God, it's the scariest noise in the world. It might be the same person who recorded it. The voice in a plane when it's going down, and you hear the voice go, pull up, pull up, pull up.
It's the same guy.
Yeah.
The plane is crashing and Bobby's like, is that the same guy from Wait?
Pull up, wait, pull up, wait, pull up, wait, pull up, wait.
You could actually replace the headline on Queerty with that. Pull up. Sabrina Carpenter's twink is dating Olivia Rodrigo's twink.
It's sad they don't have an IMDb for this type of thing because I want to look
know.
up who the Wait guy is and see if it's the same guy as the Pull Up guy.
Wait.
So the caller said, I know that Conan Gray is Olivia Rodrigo's friend who happens to be gay. He is a singer. We've talked about him. He's like kind of a cutie, like almost like Troye Sivan genre, not genre, but in the same kind of fandom realm where it's like more niche.
Oh, and they're both queer, by the way. They've only identified as queer specifically.
Who, Conan and Corey?
Conan and Corey, yeah. Them discussing their identity is like kind of a long thing in their fandom.
Their fandom together or their fandom separate?
Separate. So like Conan, before he came out as queer, people speculated about his sexuality for a very long time. Same with Corey. They both have said they're queer. But Conan was famous on YouTube for a long time. Like Conan was a YouTuber first. Corey was an actor first.
And Corey was a Disney actor on the show that I watched, Girl Meets World. We'll get there just in a second. The reason why they are being shipped or they're being
speculated
put together, it's actually quite
easy.
Clear. They've been doing music videos together for Conan Gray's new album, and they've done now lead up to the album 3 different music videos that he has been in as the love interest. So they're doing like an entire thing. They're doing like
it's a trilogy.
They're kind of setting you up to wonder this, you know? And then there are photos of them, but it's unclear whether there are photos from like the behind the scenes of the music videos where it's like
the photo of them kissing in the water that went viral with the caption Sabrina Carpenter's twink and Olivia Rodrigo's twink dating each other is low-key the most iconic thing in pop culture, cry face.
Yeah.
Is from the set of the music video.
Yes. And there is I have a comment here from Conan where he says,
Corey and I have known each other for basically a decade. And we're in the same friend group, and we're really close. I was thinking really hard, like, if there was one person who I could film this video with, it was Corey, without a doubt in my mind. So, yeah, it was just perfect. I called him. I was like, hey, can we kiss a music video? He was like, yeah. And it was great.
What I like about this, though, is it's introducing me again to Corey, because Corey Fogelmanis is from Girl Meets World, and he played kind of an iconic, like, nerd role. He was kind of the Urkel. Well, he literally was named Farkle. Like he was the Urkel of Girl Meets World. and his name was Fogelmanis. That was the name of the kid, and he was kind of the comedic relief in the show. And him and Sabrina Carpenter have known each other since they were like little children, you know, which I think is really sweet. So it's like when we're talking about them being close friends, it's like, no, like they grew up together, these two, like on this show. There are clips of them as like 11-year-olds, 10-year-olds, like acting on this show.
Meanwhile, Olivia and Conan didn't become friends until the pandemic.
Relatively
like
recently. And they're both musicians. So that kind of does make sense. So yeah, I feel like Sabrina and Corey really are tight. And Corey came out as queer in 2020. And since then, I think before then too, he's been doing a lot of modeling. I think he's just now getting back into acting because he was just in the trailer for the new Tommy Dorfman directed movie that also stars Lena Dunham. And written, and also starring, bleep that out, and as her husband, what's his face from Riverdale, one of the twins,
Cole Sprouse.
So it's kind of giving a Disney. Everyone's got their Disney past.
Well, looks like Cole Sprouse looks like a whole new person in this trailer.
Well, they gave him like facial hair to be like, he's the dad now. You know what I mean? Not that he's not old enough to be a dad. He definitely is. They just look very young, those twins.
Well, they're playing Corey's older sister.
Oh, right. And Cole is her boyfriend.
Is her boyfriend.
Or husband, yeah.
And so here's the clip that you sent me weeks ago. It's the only time I'd seen this clip. Here it is.
I don't feel totally like a boy or like a girl. I feel I'm stuck in between.
Like Demi Lovato, they use they, them, right?
She went back to she.
Okay, using that as like a laugh line jump into the music is so crazy to me.
What it is, it's iconic. It's actually iconic.
It's iconic that this movie was written and then amended and then kind of like they kept it in. You know what I mean? Shout out to Tommy Dorfman for keeping things super up to date, you know, with that.
She went back to she.
And then it's like, na, 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 na,
it's incredible.
yeah. Lena Dunham is also in this, which is iconic.
Lena Dunham has a couple of laugh lines in this trailer.
She's a comedian.
Lena Dunham. Great actress.
Comedian.
Great director. Great writer.
Great writer. Oh, wow. Okay. So Farkle is this guy, Corey. And Farkle might be dating Conan Gray because of these sexy music videos. But we don't know. We have no confirmation. All we know is that the Fogelmaniacs and the Coneheads are freaking out.
And Conan said they're in the same friend group. Conan had the opportunity to say they were dating, and Conan did not. Okay, we can move on.
I want to be famous.
I'm literally wearing my Koyuchi robe right now.
Wait, you're podcasting in your new Koyuchi robe? That's so good.
Isn't that luxurious?
Well, I think it's so nice because like they're not knowing that
early in the
that's
morning.
That's not a use for the Koyuchi robe, but it certainly could be for us.
Yeah, it's true. I love this robe also. I got their per sale sheet set as well.
Yeah.
And I find it really, really soft and lovely.
Do you find it cooling?
Yes. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's what they say. I mean, I haven't put mine on yet, but the robe I've been wearing, it's so nice.
Because I had another robe that I've honestly been wanting to get rid of, but then I was like, ugh. And I truly thought, like, maybe we'll get a sponsor. Maybe I don't have to buy a new robe. And then, I mean, within weeks of me thinking that and kind of being a cheapskate, we got a free Koyuchi robe, and I love it. I wear it all the time now.
And it's a great robe. And the sheets are great sheets. Because
Yes.
there are lots of choices for organic bedding out there, but Koyuchi stands above the rest because of their 35-year heritage, their extraordinary quality, and their commitment to ethical production.
Koyuchi is luxury you can feel good about, whether it's bedding or bath towels, table linens, crib sheets, spa robes. All of Koyuchi's products are of the absolute highest quality, made with natural fibers, low-impact dyes, and certified fair trade. Koyuchi looks great, feels amazing, and is good for your health and the planet.
Koyuchi sheets give you effortless style. The subtle crinkle effect means no ironing or fussing is needed. Who is ironing their sheets? Not me. Vintage patterns, peaceful botanicals, and calming cues bring the natural world right into your home. And with every wash, these sheets just get softer and softer. No pilling or tearing. That's an issue a lot of time with linen. These are crafted to last.
If you want healthy, handcrafted luxury bedding that lasts a lifetime, you need Koyuchi. Get 15% off when you visit koyuchi.com/who. That's koyuchi.com/who to get 15% off. koyuchi.com/who.
Hey, it's Jill Schlesinger, CBS News business analyst, certified financial planner, and host of the podcast Money Watch with Jill Schlesinger. It's a show where we answer your questions about your money, from investing to retirement and completing your taxes. I'll be your financial coach and help take the stress out of managing your money. Plus, we might even have a little fun along the way. Follow and listen to Money Watch with Jill Schlesinger on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm trying to eat more protein. My doctor said, Bobby, you need to eat more protein or you're going to have a problem here. And so I'm trying to get protein where I can get it. And a great place I'm finding protein is in Eggo waffles.
Because there's just something about that classic Eggo waffle taste that hits right. And now with the new Eggo protein waffles, you get that same delicious Eggo flavor plus 20% of your daily protein in every serving. There's also like a comfort in Eggo waffle, I have to say. You're throwing that in that toaster and you're knowing exactly what you're getting on the other side, plus protein.
I put it in the toaster and I was like, ooh, I'm traveling back to such a comfortable time in my life. When I was eating Eggos.
And if I didn't know, like, if I didn't read the box, I wouldn't know this is, like, filled with extra protein. I would just be like, this is an Eggo waffle.
It's delicious.
This is delicious. And hand me the maple syrup because I'm going in.
I don't put maple syrup on them. I just eat them kind of like right out of the toaster. I find them really satisfying like that.
You don't eat with maple syrup?
No.
Okay, I'm putting butter. I'm putting, some almond butter. Oh, you can actually get some extra protein.
Extra protein.
You're getting some sliced fruit in there, and you're getting a complete breakfast. It's going to be so good. It looks so good. It tastes amazing and takes almost no time.
These waffles get zero complaints, just clean plates. I know that's the case at my house. Head to your local grocery store to fuel your morning with Eggo protein waffles and pancakes, available at retailers nationwide.
I want to be famous.
Hey, BLC. What's the deal with Scott Rose-Marsh? Because this guy is allegedly screen testing for Bond. Because at first I was like, oh, after all this talk of like Lauren Sanchez, younger Bond, I was like, okay, a 37-year-old actor who plays characters who have names like Militia Commander and Enforcer would kind of rule, would love an unknown Bond maybe. But then the second that I looked him up to like even see what this guy looked like, because I felt like, I can't remember if it was Hollywood Reporter or like Variety, one of the trades, talking about his screen test. That came out today or yesterday. I saw it today. But there are like random Reddit threads and comments on all these like weird aggregate AI sites that are like comments of like, oh, I think Scott Rose-Marsh should be a really good pick. Like, he's a really interesting actor. He hasn't done a lot. So I'm like, is this whole thing just like really good press from his team if he has a team? Is he doing this? Or did he actually screen test and this is like Amazon trying to gauge what the buzz or response to this guy would be? Like, it would be cool to have an unknown Bond because I just want a Bond. I just want to know who it's going to be. Anyways, Lisa bisexual. Chris French.
There's a lot of good thinking in that call because it's like, it really is like, if I had the power to leak that I had also screen tested for Bond, I would. Like, that is an amazing, if that's somehow what happened here, which I actually kind of trust that that's not what happened exactly, because I don't think you can just like essentially leak that you auditioned for Bond that effectively to get it covered in the Reporter. I think their source had to be better than that, because then they would just be like, anyone who touches it they'd be writing about, which I guess for a while they kind of were.
You would assume that if you're auditioning for Bond, you had to sign some sort of non-disclosure agreement, right?
Then how'd this get leaked to the Hollywood Reporter to even put, according to a well-placed source close to the production?
Either someone on his team must have broken it.
Right.
Or it's just Amazon trying to get buzz for this production again.
I mean, maybe. I just like this because a lot of people are reporting this where it's like, could we have a redhead James Bond?
Yeah. And not that he's just like a totally random guy.
Because otherwise he's just kind of like a boring white guy, which is like, and I is Bond the only kind of like fictional character where the idea that that the actor that would play him looks different or is different or whatever would make a difference? Like, it kind of is crazy. I feel like Superman's the only other one where there's some sort of,
you have to look like Superman.
Right, but
you have to have the same
yeah.
jaw.
So if they introduced a redhead Superman, people would be like, "That's so wrong," because that's what Superman looks like. For Bond, it's like he's a spy.
Daniel Craig was a very controversial Bond physically, if you'll recall that, 20 years ago.
No, I don't remember. Why?
Because he was not that sort of smooth, debonair, handsome.
He was kind of more ripped.
Right. He was blonde. He was a little more haggard looking. Still hot, obviously. Daniel Craig was a controversial Bond until he was not.
Rose-Marsh's publicist did not respond to THR's request for a comment, which frankly is the smart move whether or not his client has been mixing martinis, and neither did Amazon. But there is one glaring red flag to this hiring: his hair. Calling it a red flag is funny.
Flag.
There has never been a ginger Bond. There hasn't been that many Bonds. There's never been a ginger Bond, and that could be a deal breaker. Remember how Daniel Craig's blonde locks nearly set off an international incident when his casting was announced in 2005? I guess I'm kind of like, if there's any series where the character could be a newcomer, Bond is a great one, just because because that character is so strong that people want to see the Bond movies no matter what's happening, because they're just like excited, that you could put a new person in there. And that still could be okay. You don't need to lead with a big star if it's James Bond.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of buy this, although I feel like it's kind of what's-his-face's role to lose. And it's crazy that they're still letting these things leak that it could possibly not be him, Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Who knows who leaked the story? I find it hard to believe that the actual people that this guy, Scott Rose-Marsh, the Welsh actor who auditioned by reading lines from GoldenEye, is the one who leaked this.
Crazy.
Because I think that this makes kind of everyone involved look good. So if that guy can't break it because of an NDA or whatever, Amazon would, because it makes this hunt interesting again. It makes it newsworthy to tell
because
Hollywood
everyone thought it
Reporter
was a
that it
done
happened.
deal.
Right. They seem to say that if Aaron Taylor Johnson wants it, it's his. So maybe he doesn't actually want it. But like, also, if Aaron Taylor Johnson was having it, why would they keep auditioning people?
That's what I'm saying. A 37-year-old redheaded actor whose biggest credits are Craze, Code of Silence, and Wolves of War, never heard of either of those, was brought in sometime in late June to read sides from 1995's GoldenEye. This also kind of feels like a ruse or something. Presumably for just hired, we don't know, director Denis Villeneuve. He might have also tackled pages from the script Peaky Blinders creator Stephen Knight is said to be whipping up for Bond 26. Okay, so he's reading sides from GoldenEye because the new script doesn't exist yet, clearly.
Yeah.
Whatever the material, Rambling Source claims Rose-Marsh was given just one piece of direction before the test cameras rolled. Don't impersonate a previous Bond.
What a fun challenge for an actor.
Sure, but how do you not?
The thing that makes this guy interesting is not only that he's like
he's really new.
He started acting during the pandemic. He worked for a call center. There are so many stories in like Welsh media because he's kind of like a hometown hero. Because during the pandemic, he said, I've always wanted to be an actor. I trained in my teens and I guess my young life. Then I gave it up to like start a family, do a whole different career. Then he quit his job at a call center at the beginning of the pandemic and said, this is my time to shine. And he started auditioning for stuff and he got a role on a show, and it's sort of been off to the races since then. Nothing huge and nothing I've heard of, apart from that show with what's her name from Baby Reindeer. It's a show by that guy that makes all those shows, Stephen Merchant. He had a small role in this kind of big British/Amazon Prime show that I had heard of, but like he's essentially no one, and he just has an inspirational story about like, I wanted to be an actor and then I became an actor when I was like 34 years old.
He's from Ebbw Vale in Wales.
God, Welsh.
And he is truly a I hope I pronounced that right. I looked it up, how to pronounce it.
I just don't think it's going to be Aaron Taylor Johnson. Next call.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I think if it were going to be him, we just know by now.
Hey, Lindsay and Bobby. Who is Royale Otis? And I'm very confused as to why Lola Tongue, a.k.a. Belly, I don't know, is hanging out with them. Crunch, crunch.
I feel like this is a second installment of It's Not a Relationship, It's a Music Video of the week.
I know. But people are really obsessed with Lola Tongue right now because of The Summer I Turned Pretty. She's really like the main character for a lot of people. She really is quite pretty, and she's very good on that show, I think, and elevates the show kind of beyond its writing.
Yeah.
And I think that people are obsessed with her every move at this point. So this is interesting. Royal Otis is a pretty big Australian band. They're bigger than I expected.
I didn't know who they were, and then when I Googled them and I saw how famous they were, I was like, oh, what am I missing?
And it's funny because when I was watching Samurai Turn Pretty, I heard the cover of Linger that they sing, and I was like, this is really beautiful. Like, this voice is really special. Like, and I didn't think of a second thing because they do a lot of covers on that show. So I was like, oh, okay. And then when I heard it again, I was like, oh, this is what's happening here.
It's half covers and half Taylor Swift.
It's
Samurai Turn
I
Pretty.
know. If it's not Taylor Swift, it's a cover, which is crazy.
You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger?
So they're a guitar pop duo from Sydney. They started in 2019, which is actually not that long ago. They've had hits over there. They're like creeping, crawling over here. They've had 2 different covers go viral, which was Linger, and they did a cover of Murder on the Dance Floor that's also really good that went viral. So that's something else. One of them, there's 2 of them. One is a little bit problematic. He's had accusations against him. The other one is the one that was pictured with Lola Tongue in a photo that she captioned, "Who's your boyfriend?" Very leading, very, is this a hard launch? But then you find out that's the title of a song that's coming out very soon. Therefore, it is more convincing that she and this guy, whose real name is Otis Pavlovic, are quite possibly just in a music video together. He's the voice. He's like amazing. He's like really cute, and he's got an amazing voice. So anyways, this is the deal. That's the deal. It feels a little bit like we shouldn't jump the gun on this. We, meaning the Lola Tongue stand-up, should not jump the gun.
Also, the photo that they posted isn't giving romantic, just like aesthetically, just like in terms of like their poses.
Her head's not even on his lap. Her head's on a pillow near his lap.
It's like, no, we will be putting a barrier between my head and this guy's crotch because this is platonic.
Also, I feel like with all of the kind of like hubbub around Lola Tongue and who she's dating or whatever, then like the 2 love interests on the show, this is a little bit too easy of a hard launch. I think she would need to, I think it would be less kind of obvious.
This was the last season of T-SIP, right?
If you call it that, it'll be the last season.
Yes, it was the last.
Taylor Sip.
I think that Lola Tongue's going to have a really interesting career now that she's free of this show, which has gone on for so long.
I'm excited for her to see what she does.
Yeah.
I really am, because I think she's really good.
I really like her. That was the thing that impressed me most about The Summer I Turned Pretty, which I've only seen 2 seasons of.
You got to get back in for the last one.
Yeah. When you watch this show, when you hear about this show, oh, it's based on a YA novel. Yeah, it's a Jenny Han YA novel, but it's still a YA show that's like on Amazon. Like, how good could the lead actor be? Because usually they're totally competent, but they're not exciting. And she's like instantly fantastic.
Yeah, and I think she and then the kind of cuteness of the boys like elevate really the show beyond its kind of like expected route or something.
Yeah.
I understand the fandom when I watch it.
Okay, let's move on.
Let's tell a story.
Let's tell a story.
Hi, Lindsay, Bobby, Timmy. I'm seeing something float around the internet about Anna Delvey and some bunnies. I really would rather not look into this any further. Can you please explain it to me? Thank you. Crunch, crunch. Women do belong in balloons. Avia Tianyin.
Oh, wow, all of them. Good
You've
for you.
written them down on a Post-it. Oh, wow. All of them.
Full disclosure, we recorded the segment, a version of this segment for the Tuesday episode, and it was so kind of like unwieldy and like filled with us laughing and like
it was fine. It just, the episode ran long anyway, so I said, Bobby, would you like to try this again and try and make it more clear or something?
We didn't tell the story chronologically.
Sure.
And I think it's important to tell the story chronologically because it's not that it's complicated.
This is a crazy story though. Like, there is a lot of questions here.
Anna Delvey, also known as Anna Sorokin, played by Julia Garner in Inventing Anna.
Also known as the con artist heiress who convinced everyone that she was an
rich.
heiress and rich. And it turns out she wasn't. But then now she's doing her second convincing, which is convincing everyone that she as herself is a compelling character.
And I'm not sure I buy that.
I'm getting there.
I just think that it's so one note. It's like, what is it about you, girly? You haven't really convinced me that there's anything about you. And this photo shoot that you posted to your Instagram isn't really doing much work either.
Sure, but we don't have that many kind of iconic celebrity con artist fraudsters. Like that's an incredible category. So we need to embrace her.
What's interesting about a fraudster is that they frauded. And once you get caught, you can't fraud anymore. So it's like her best characteristic is the legal one that she can't continue doing.
Yeah, but that's what's so great. She still gets to. She doesn't have to really go to jail. She's out of jail. She's in the world doing stuff. That's what's so exciting. Usually, our criminals, whatever they do, they go to jail. We can't deal with them in the cultural eye. Now she's out. She's meeting up with Kelly Catrone. We'll get there. I find her very she's a category of celebrity that. She's Maud Beaton. I think she's a great category of celebrity that we don't have many of.
Not Maud Beaton. She's walking around on her ankle monitor, which helps lead us to this photo shoot that she posted on her Instagram. You would think by seeing this photo shoot, which, looks like it was professionally done, doesn't look bad, but it is very random. You expect it to lead to oh, here's a profile of Anna Delvey in a magazine you've never heard of, like V-Man or whatever it could be.
Oh man, you love referencing V-Man.
But
You're
it's
obsessed.
Not. It's just photos, a carousel of maybe 8 photos of Anna Delvey walking around the streets of Lower Manhattan with 2 rabbits on a leash. And it says photography by this guy Jasper, hair by this person Mariah, and then the rabbits by @NatFlowers and the Christian Baddie. After this photo was posted, someone found the rabbits in a box in Prospect Park and said, "Oh no, I found rabbits. Someone abandoned rabbits in Prospect Park. Where could these rabbits have come from?"
To be clear, not to correct you, but just to add context, rabbits that don't normally belong there.
Right.
There are rabbits that live in the outside world.
Sure.
This person was a rabbit lover and said, this type of rabbit cannot survive. I need to save it. Something happened here that I can tell that this rabbit shouldn't be here.
These rabbits look like they were abandoned. These rabbits don't
go.
look like they are meant to be in Prospect
Exactly.
Park. They were found in a box that had an address on it.
Exactly. Sorry to interrupt you. Keep going.
No, it's fine. One of the people involved in this, who has nothing to do with Anna Delvey, is this vegan influencer named Terry Chow, who goes by Vegan Chow on Instagram, and she has sort of spearheaded the saving of these rabbits. Again, it goes back and forth. So these rabbits were found in Prospect Park. People, including Terry Chow, were like, this is wrong. We need to save these rabbits. Okay, let's save these rabbits. We got these rabbits. Let's find out where they came from. In so doing, they discovered that these rabbits were the very rabbits used in Anna Delvey's photo shoot in which she's walking around Lower Manhattan with these rabbits.
But the sleuthing is really interesting. I really enjoyed seeing the
It was good detective work.
The process of the detective work, because the person basically said, well, if you were looking for a random rabbit that you eventually would dump, she went to the adopt section. She ID'd the rabbits with the person who had put them up for adoption. You would think for a photo shoot, you would borrow a rabbit from a person who, had one as a pet, right? Not adopt a rabbit with no end point.
Yeah, or there's a company that does this, right? Where they loan out rabbits and then they have the handler there.
Animal handler, and that costs more money, and maybe you might need insurance and all that shit. This person, this assistant, which we'll get to how he's involved, because that's also a contentious point where it's whose assistant was he? Was he the photographer's assistant? Was he Anna Delvey's assistant? Who was paying him? So he's the one that sourced the rabbit. And the person who was the rabbit lover, just all they had to do was go to the Facebook and kind of retrace the digital steps. Everything was there for them. Sorry, back to wherever you were in your tale.
When these rabbits are discovered, there's instant outrage because Vegan Chow, among other people, were like, these are 100% the exact same rabbits. So who are we going to get mad at first? Obviously, you want to get mad at Anna Delvey first, right? It's very where does the buck stop in this equation? And I think people rightfully were like, Anna Delvey, known criminal, known scammer, known annoying person. It was definitely all on her, right? So people instantly contact Anna Delvey on Instagram, through her DMs, and they're like, what the fuck's up with these rabbits? I think Anna Delvey is very, despite being someone who kind of wants attention and is trying to figure out where she exists in the cultural landscape post prison and post the height of the inventing Anna sort of
right, and
virality.
The TV show. Yeah.
Right. She's trying to figure out where she belongs here. And I think she's very protective of her image, even though it's not the most polished or pristine image.
But also, you made this point last time we did this, which is like, she's not trying to go back to jail. Like,
No.
the number one thing that Anna
She's
Delvey is
defensive.
not trying to do is more crimes because, like, first of all, it'd be really easy to get her or like find her or figure it out because she's like so
She's got a
out there,
GPS
right?
on her ankle right now.
But she's also kind of like, I'm a new person. I've turned over a new leaf. She's said a lot of that. So it's like it would go against her kind of mantra, her personal beliefs, which, like, you know, let's say giving the benefit of the doubt are true, where she's like, I've been through this thing and I really regret doing this. I shouldn't have. And I'm a new different person or something. So it's like, this is very serious to her that she's being accused of some sort of crime, even if the crime is like dumping the rabbits in the park.
According to Anna Delvey, she was told that the rabbits that were on this photo shoot with her were borrowed from people who own them, and that this guy, Christian, who was an assistant to someone on her hair team, not the photographer, was going to give them back to their rightful owners after the shoot, right? She was like, I had no reason to question this. I just trusted it, okay?
There's also a question as to where the assistant came from and also how the photographer got involved with Anna. That's like the real argument here, where it's like, there's a lot of photographers who professionally work in this way where they'll reach out to people and say, hey, let's do a free photo. I'll take your photos for free for my portfolio or just for whatever, just for your social. Actually, not even for you can use them for your social and I can use them and you can tag me and it will help me get jobs and whatever. You get a free photo shoot or whatever. So like, that's one way this could have been. The other way is it was for a magazine, which it wasn't because it went on social with no magazine tagging or anything like that. So it's like the fight is really actually also between who hired who, or was there any money exchanged? Whose responsibility is this? She's saying the photographer chose everything creatively about this, including having rabbits and where we were going to stand. And I wanted to have them in my apartment so they'd be more safe. But he said he wanted them on the street. Like all of this stuff like feeds into kind of like the question marks that this story still has.
Mm-hmm. I think that your gut impulse, which was that this was purely like a free photo shoot for Anna. I'll take some really good photos of you for my portfolio that you can put on your Instagram that will like
you can tag
be a bit
me.
of a slay. Just tag me and tag my hair guy and tag my assistant and that'll be great. And she was like, you know what? Okay. She probably looked at his portfolio and was like, I like your work. Fine. I'll take these free photos.
I think she does these things a lot too. I think
Yeah.
she does types of this tit for tat thing. I think to get good looking photos for your social media that needs to be updated constantly, this is the type of stuff you have to do. Luckily for Anna Delvey, she happens to have a seasoned PR person on her side because Anna Delvey and Kelly Catrone are like best friends. So this is the other twist of the story.
Kelly Catrone is an iconic publicist that you will probably know, even if you don't follow like famous vamps closely, you would probably know her from The Hills.
Well, she's a vamp, but she's also kind of a star, reality
Yeah.
star, because she was such a big character on The Hills. So
Yeah. She was their boss.
I would say she's transitioned from actual Who to vamp, but like she started off Who because she was a character first before she was like, no, I'm actually a really good PR person. And she obviously has taken a liking to Anna because I think if anything, she's a talent spotter. And she said, this girl has something that's worth squeezing out the rest of whatever it is. And I think she's like, this girl is incredibly smart to have conned all of her friends to give her money, essentially. So that would be a person I would like
Right.
to start a marketing company with. So I think they both have essentially like a boutique PR firm that they do together. And Anna Delvey was like living in Kelly's house for
For a while.
period of
Yeah,
time.
that was part of the profile of her from like a year or so ago.
So I would say don't fuck with Anna Delvey because if you fuck with Anna Delvey, you're going to...
You get the horns, and the horns are Kelly Catrone.
Exact. And that's what I think we're seeing in this, because if you go to all those messages that she posted, you're like, oh, Kelly is stepping up here.
Right. What to me is the most fascinating part about all of this is the way that Anna is like, Anna has her defense locked and loaded. She is so transparent. She's sort of like, what do I have left to lose at this point beyond my freedom? I don't want to go back to prison. I don't want to get in trouble again. I'm just going to dump every single receipt that I have in my phone to prove that I didn't know about this. And not only that, that the moment I found out about this, I started getting angry at people and trying to make sure they rectified the situation. She posts so many messages between her, the photographer, the assistant, and Kelly Catrone's there just to be like the principal who's overseeing the entire thing, being like, I don't believe you. You're a liar.
I like that you're seeing what the questions are because it's being very direct. It's like, when you got the bunnies, the rabbits, like, did you think you could return them? Like what
Yeah.
was the deal? And then it's just very like, it's very clear from these messages that the right questions are being asked directly to the assistant. And then Kelly Cutrone is going after the photographer. She's like, stop speaking to the press, because the photographer went to the New York Times and was telling his side of the story, which was seemingly not accurate, according to Kelly Cutrone. And she's like, you are lying, because you are lying that you were not involved in the bunny of it all.
Yeah, you're trying to cover your ass, but it's very clear that you were involved from the beginning.
Exactly.
And then also, Anna posts the text messages she sent to the rabbit owner, because Anna Delvey, it was not hard for her or someone that she works with to find the people that this guy, Christian, got the bunnies from on Facebook Marketplace. And this is one of the best messages that she posts. And it's Anna Delvey texting the rabbit owner, who she has on her phone as June, rabbit owner. Hi, June. Reaching out regarding bunnies. Could you please clarify whether you loaned or donated them to Christian last weekend? Thank you. June says, I gave them to him. Who's this? Anna. It's Anna. Christian told us the bunnies were lent to him by you and that he believed he could return them after our shoot. When he attempted to do so, he claimed you blocked him and stopped responding. According to him, he then panicked and couldn't think of anything better than to abandon them in Prospect Park without informing anyone. I'm assuming this is a lie. Could you please confirm whether or not this is accurate? June. It's a lie. ... How did you get my number?
Okay, and here's the message that Kelly Cutrone sent to the photographer. Jasper, I've been watching how you roll. It's so pathetic. You're a liar, and it's amazing how quick you are to serve other people up to support yourself. I will call Davis Factor, and I helped you get that job, and everybody else I know, and I will let them know who you truly are. Because she's like, I never hired you for anything.
Yeah.
Like, stop lying to your lawyer.
His lawyer's the one who gave statement to the New York Times. Yeah.
She's like, we never hired you. I just am literally loving this 20 slide Instagram with all of these texts that really show like how they're getting down to the bottom of this issue. And like Anna's like, I can't afford to be dragged by rabbit people. Like I can't. This is not something that I'm going to be doing for this photo shoot that we did just kind of offhand. That's not even for anything.
This is someone who cannot afford to be vilified in this way again, especially if it's untrue. Like last time it was true, right? This time she's like, I'm not the bad guy this time. I was that other time, but not now.
No, that's why she just put up 3 days ago, Bunnygate tea, link in bio. 20% of the purchase price donated to a nonprofit that protects, educates, and or advocates for the protection and care of animals. The scandal they couldn't stop talking about. Now on a shirt that demands what the law doesn't. Accountability for abandoned animals. Provide the market and the demand that keeps the Benghazi pseudo story going. Perfect for anyone who's been wrongfully or rightfully accused, judged or misjudged, convicted or acquitted, or who aspires to be known for their well-known. God, wear the outrage and let the internet know you survived Bunnygate. Oh God, she's truly like, this is the turnaround is just momentous.
She's probably already calling Shonda and she was like, can we do a follow-up series?
Oh my God. And the shirt is like missing bunny. Like, have you seen me? And it's a picture of the bunny.
She also claims to have donated $1,000 to All About Rabbits Rescue.
Anna Delvey responds to Bunnygate backlash with a cheeky post after she was accused of dumping bunnies in parks. Be mad, thanks. She's like, let's continue on this journey. This is iconic for me. Like, let's just keep going with this bunny stuff. I am kind of like, you should give more than 20%. Give the whole, what are you trying to make money off the shirts for? Just give all the money to the bunnies, you know? Make this end.
If you go to Vegan Chow's Instagram a few days ago, she posted, although the news churn has died down, the story is not over. We need to keep up the pressure on the authorities to formally investigate this as an animal abandonment charge per Section 355 of New York Agriculture and Markets Law. Like, Vegan Chow was like, we need to get this guy in prison. We need to get this guy arrested. Rabbits are one of the most abused and abandoned animals. I mean, it's just so poetic that the person who found the animals was an animal rights activist.
There are also so many pictures of Jasper, this photographer, and Anna. This is not their first photo shoot together. Like, they go back, and now their relationship is over. I wonder if he's getting shit on his Instagram. Let's see, for the bunny stuff. Is the bunny stuff like, no?
His Instagram is still up, right? Because Christian deleted his. Because
I
found it kind of interesting that among the other photos in the carousel was a statement from Christian. So Anna posted a statement from Christian, and then she's like, I don't really know this guy. I met him briefly. He helped with my hair like before this photo shoot, but he deleted all of his socials, so I have to post his statement.
Anna Delvey, you'll never get her. You'll never get her.
Next call.
I want to be famous.
I've at that point in the summer season where I want to feel cozy but still look put together, and Quince has been my secret weapon. They're pieces of the definition of elevated essentials. Think soft cashmere sweaters, breathable cotton knits, washable silk tops, and denim that actually fits. Well, those are all sort of like fall coded. I'm still on my linen. I'm on my linen shorts.
Me
I'm on
too.
my linen pants.
Me
This is what I'm
too.
feeling for this heat. We are in debilitating heat right now, and my Quince linen
Yeah.
is saving the day.
But you also look put together.
Oh, I look great. People do ask where it's from, and I think I've said this on a Quince ad before, and when I say they're from Quince, I usually get the response, oh, duh. It's like, yeah, they listen. They know.
And you say, guys, it's less than half of what I've paid for similar items elsewhere with no sacrifice in quality.
That's exactly
because
what I
Quince
say.
makes luxury accessible by working directly with top factories and cutting out the middlemen. You get timeless, well-crafted pieces made with premium materials without the luxury markup. And everything is produced ethically and responsibly, so you can feel good about what you're wearing. And every purchase that elevates your fall wardrobe, you know, or still on summer. I just feel like in New York, we're still on summer. You're elevating your summer wardrobe into fall, and you are getting those essentials. Go to quince.com/who for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/who to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/who.
Ready to level up? Chumba Casino is your playbook to fun. It's free to play with no purchase necessary. Enjoy hundreds of online social games like blackjack, slots, and solitaire anytime, anywhere with fresh releases every week. Whether you're at home or on the go, let Chumba Casino bring the excitement to you. Plus, get free daily login bonuses and a free welcome bonus. Join now for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Play Chumba Casino today. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. T&Cs apply.
Planning a trip this year? Imagine how much richer your travel experience could be if you could speak the local language. Whether you're traveling abroad, planning a staycation, or just shaking up your routine. What better time to dive into a new language? With Rosetta Stone, you'll gain the confidence to have real conversations and create deeper connections wherever you go. Rosetta Stone is the trusted leader in language learning for over 30 years. Their immersive, intuitive method helps you naturally absorb and retain your new language on desktop or mobile, whenever and wherever it fits your summer schedule. With 30 years of experience, millions of users, and 25 languages to choose from, Rosetta Stone is the go-to tool for real language growth. Don't wait. Unlock your language learning potential now. Listeners of this podcast can grab Rosetta Stone's lifetime membership for 50% off. That's unlimited access to 25 language courses for life. Visit rosettastone.com/rs10 to get started and claim your 50% off today. Don't miss out. Go to rosettastone.com/rs10 and start learning today.
I want to be famous.
Hi, Who Weekly. Can you please explain why Jewel is suing the Kroger Wellness Festival? Feel like it's been a minute since we've talked about the Kroger Wellness Festival, and it's coming up in September. But I just saw a headline that she's been suing them for 2 years, and now she's trying to figure out why the CEO of Kroger resigned. But that's a different lawsuit? I don't know. It's a little convoluted, but I know the Kroger Wellness Festival has had a moment on this podcast before, so I'd love for you to dig into what's going on there, because I am not following. Via Tiongan, crunch, crunch.
There's drama at the Kroger Wellness Experience?
Down at the Kroger Wellness Experience. There's drama. So this was the first few stories that I read about this were kind of inscrutable to me. I was like, I don't understand what's going on here. It was actually so genuinely confusing. Why?
I tried to read it too, and I said, I hope Bobby gets this.
Well, I got it when I went to leave it to the fine publication Progressive Grocer to explain this away.
What?
Explain this in a way that actually made sense. And this was reporting from April of 2025. Shout out Marian's Borage, who wrote this for Progressive Grocer. And
Thank you.
it actually makes sense. So earlier this year, in March, the former CEO of Kroger, his name is Rodney McMullen, resigned. And I guess this sent shockwaves through the grocery community because it was so random. And he was making so much money, tens of millions of dollars a year. And he resigned out of nowhere, no explanation, in a way that prevented him from collecting all of his compensation. So he left millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars of like unvested stock on the table by resigning in this sort of random way. And people were like, why is this guy leaving all this money on the table? This is so weird. What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Kroger is like, there was an internal investigation. We were unhappy with what we found. We're not going to tell you what we found, but he's leaving. Everyone shut up. And everyone's like, okay. Then in April, after he resigns, a separate event happens, which is that Jewel and a company sue Kroger, accusing them of, quote, cutting them out of the partnership that launched what has become the annual Kroger Wellness Festival. So there was this company called Inclusion COS. I don't know what the COS stands for. Jewel was part of it, right? Jewel Kilcher. They had this idea, what if we do a festival that promotes mental and physical wellness? Let's partner with some grocery store chains. They say, Kroger, we want to partner with you. The Kroger Wellness Festival launches in October 2018. Jewel was involved from the jump, as was this company. Then the festival becomes a hit, okay? When the festival starts turning a profit, they terminate their relationship with Jewel and this Inclusion COS entity, right? And they cut them out of these profits. And Jewel and this company are like, wait, you can't kick us out of the business. This was our idea. We brought it to you. You owe us money for this. Like, the Kroger Wellness Festival is partly ours, if not maybe majority ours. Where's our money? And so they're suing Kroger for, I guess, their share of the profits from the Kroger Wellness Festival. And in so doing, they're claiming they need to depose the CEO. And apparently, Kroger is freaked out about the possibility of the CEO being deposed because it could reveal whatever fucking nefarious bad things that he did while at Kroger that he thought he could escape by just leaving and not taking his money. So now this guy and Kroger are like, we don't want his presumably dirty dealings to come to light. And it's all because Jewel and this other entity sued Kroger for money that they say is owed to them.
What the fuck?
Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, it's just so boring. Sorry, we just got so far from the point.
Jewel is like, you owe me money. But the collateral damage of her saying you owe me money is that this CEO who maybe resigned in disgrace will have to reveal his disgraceful actions.
I mean, maybe he's why they owe Jewel money.
Maybe.
She never should have gotten involved with the Kroger Wellness experience.
Yeah.
She founded it too. This is her fire festival.
She co-founded it.
I mean, but like, this is her fire festival where like her name is on this thing that is like defrauding people essentially, or was defrauding people.
She has such bad luck with money, Jewel.
Remember when she was like not dating, but dating
Kevin Costner?
Yeah.
And Kevin Costner was like, yeah, Jewel and I play acoustic guitar to each other all the time, but that doesn't mean we're fucking.
And it's like, that literally is the number one thing you do. It's like, I didn't believe it before, but now that you're saying that, I believe it even more.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible. Thanks for explaining that to everyone.
The complaint accuses Kroger of breach of contract, breach of fiduciary duty, misrepresentation, and unjust enrichment, among other causes of action. Kroger's like, we're going to file to dismiss this.
Crazy.
Okie dokie. Let's move on.
I just called. Does Brooks Nader know who Ralph Nader is? And does Ralph Nader know who Brooks Nader is? She's not his daughter, that's for sure. Crunch, crunch.
What a god.
Here's my answer to this question. Brooks Nader knows 3 people. Mary Holland Nader, Grace Ann Nader, and Sarah Jane Nader. That's it. That's the extent of the people
their
she
parents.
knows.
Their parents, too. And Gleb.
But if you're not a Nader and you're not Gleb, Brooks doesn't know who you are.
Oh, the only Naders that Brooks Nader knows are her immediate family and the stars of Nader Girls. What's it called? What's the show called?
Love Thy Nader. How did you forget
Love
that?
Thy Nader. Well, then she really should love Thy Nader, who's Ralph Nader. They probably are related. Have we not Googled this? Is Ralph Nader related to Brooks Nader? Okay, TV Insider says no.
Okay, great. Thank you, TV Insider. But yeah, the only Naders Brooks knows are her close-knit nuclear family Naders.
There is no known family relationship between Brooks Nader and Ralph Nader, despite sharing the same last name.
But if she were to meet Ralph Nader, she would say, I love you, because she is compelled to love her Nader.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the show really dictates that she has to love Thy Nader, and that includes Ralph.
Yeah.
Ralph Nader, the politician and activist.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
He must be so old.
He's 91.
91. Every time I put on a seatbelt, I think, thanks, Ralph Nader.
You should, because he helped lead the passage of the National
I
Traffic
know.
and Motor Vehicle Safety Act in 1966.
I know.
And he ran for president like a gajillion times. Anyways, Brooke Stater wishes she could run for president a billion times. Maybe she will. Maybe she will.
She might.
Hi, BLT. Long time. Somebody the other day was describing a celebrity encounter that they or a friend had, but they couldn't remember the person's full name. So they were saying, it's Heidi. And my first thoughts were Clume and Montag, but it was Gardner. Of course it was Gardner. I'm in Kansas City. Of course. So, first of all, how broken is my millennial brain that I even thought of Montag? And second, can you rank the Heidis from who to them? So we've got Heidi Klum, Heidi Montag, Heidi Gardner, the eponymous Heidi character, and any other Heidis you can think of. Crunch, crunch, me in Kansas City.
The only Heidi that I could think of, speaking of my elder millennial brain, is Heidi Fleiss.
Oh, come on. Yes.
She was the iconic madam.
You're talking about Madam Heidi Fleiss? Of course. She's a
Yeah.
legend. So we're talking Clume, Gardner, Montag, the Heidi from the Swiss Alps, Heidi in Closet, I added drag queen, and Heidi Fleiss.
Uh-huh.
I think that's a good run. That's a good, you know.
God, Heidi Fleiss.
The Heidi from the Swiss Alps. What's her last name? What's her deal? I feel like we know her, but how well do we know her? Do we know her more than Clume?
Did she have a full name? Let's see. Heidi's name was...
First of all, she was a 5-year-old, I think. Wait, Heidi.
I don't think
Yeah.
Heidi has a last name.
No, she's just Heidi. Heidi is a work of children's fiction published between 1880 and 1881 by Swiss author. That's why I thought it was Swiss. Johanna Spiri.
I didn't know that Heidi is a nickname for the name Adelheid, a.k.a. Gladys's fucking maiden.
Adelheid Weber.
Adelheid Weber in the Gilded Age. Adelheid is
so
the
all
full
of these
name of Heidi?
Heidis, all
Fuck.
these Heidis are kind of named Adelheid.
That's nuts. I didn't know that.
Or Adelaide, which it might have been turned. Some of it's Adelaide, too.
But I think it was originally Adelheid, which turned into Adelaide.
In some translations, yes. But Adelheid was turned into Heidi. And that's how we got Heidi.
Damn.
You learn something every day. Heidi's been made into a lot of adaptations. She's pretty high up. But if you were like, what does Heidi look like? I feel like that's kind of what's iconic about this, is that she could look like anything.
Mm-hmm.
She's really just a character. I know she has 2 braids because she's got to rock those braids.
So you're saying it's between Heidi Klum and Heidi from the Swiss Alps, Adelheid,
Yeah.
for themiest Heidi. And then maybe we should just give it to Heidi from the Swiss Alps. Hard to compete against children's book, well-known all over the world.
And then it's hard because I would say Montag, Fleiss are the same, to me, the same level, where it's like both of them are like Heidi's made of scandal. But in a, one is a reality show Heidi and one is like a scandal-based Heidi.
We can put them equal.
Okay, Gardner, I'd say, is under them.
Yep. And then Heidi and Closet, the drag queen, at the bottom.
Is the lowest, yeah. Gardner, though, I feel like is edging up on the kind of Montag, Pratt, Heidi Fleiss zone.
Yeah, I just think that Montag, Pratt, Heidi Fleiss zone has so much generational weight.
Generational weight. Both are kind of iconic characters of their generation. Very specific. One is like only Gen Xers know who Heidi Fleiss is, and only millennials know who Heidi Montag is.
Would I have known who Heidi Fleiss was if I wasn't watching like SNL meant for people older than I was when I was a kid?
Exactly.
Probably not.
Exactly.
I think we did it. So thank you for listening to another episode of Who's There. Keep calling in at 619-WHO-THEM to leave questions, comments, and concerns for our Friday show. Support us on patreon.com/weekly for bonus episodes, a Discord server, commentary tracks, and more. You can also get the audio only on Apple Podcasts. Just click subscribe within the app to get those. Rate and review us while you're at it. We love your ratings and reviewings. I really love reading them.
Obsessed with
Write
them.
whatever you want.
Literally.
Just give us 5 stars. That's iconic.
Talk about them nonstop when they're posted. We just can't get enough.
Thank you to Katie and Eric of The Who's for providing our Read a Theme Song on Tuesdays. Thank you to Timmy, our research and editorial assistant, for researching and editorializing. Keep listening after the credits to hear our caller. You're doing amazing, sweeties, because they're extra good this week. And we'll see you on Tuesday, but we'll see you on Sunday if you're a subscriber. Bye.
See ya.
Hey.
Real.
Hey.
Real.
Hey.
Pull up. Wait. Pull up. Wait. Pull up. Wait. Pull up. Wait.
Hey, Weekly, long time. I just wanted to let you guys know
that I pretty consistently make my children listen to your podcast when, like, we're in the car or something like that. They do not care for it. But they listen to it so much that yesterday I was doing school pickup and I was, like, listening to, like, the tail end. I think it was, like, a caller you're doing amazing sweet or something like that. And my kid got in the car and he just kind of, like, you know, after school they're, like, grumpy anyways. Got in the car and was, like, in, like, the snarkiest way and was, like, crunch, crunch. And then immediately after the caller that was saying said, crunch, crunch. I was like, okay, drag us hooligans, like, crunch, crunch.
Two Ana de Armas stan accounts, both alike in dignity. In fair Verona, where we lay our scene, from ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. Okay, can we get a Romeo and Juliet style play about the two Ana de Armas stan accounts falling in love and having a secret relationship? Anyway, just a thought. Bye!
Hey, Who Weekly, long-time listener, first-time caller. I had to pause the pod because when y'all were talking about this Carly Pierce woman and her ranch bottle injury, I thought she put it up her butt. I'm in x-ray school, and I am in the hospital a lot, in the emergency department taking x-rays, and people really are putting bottles up their butt a lot more than you'd think. Or I don't know, maybe the exact amount that you would think. But yeah, when I heard ranch bottle injury, that was just my first thought. And the kind of weird thing I learned recently was that it got worse during COVID. Like, people were just really putting things up their butt during that time. I'm new. I just started, so I didn't see that. And it already seems like people are doing it a lot. So, I don't know. I guess people were bored and exploring. Anyway, crunch, crunch.
Hi, Bobby Lindsay. It's Omri. We can just dip this straight to caller. You're doing amazing, sweetie. But you're kind of talking about Mary Holland, the comedian on the pod. And one time I was at this restaurant in LA called Mess Hall, bad restaurant. And the tables were close together, and I went to go, scoot into the booth. And there was a dog on the floor by the next table, and I was like, oh my gosh, excuse me, I don't want to kick your dog. And then, so I scooted over more, but then the dog scooted over. Anyway, I kicked the dog, in the face on accident. And I looked up to apologize to the owner, and it was Mary Holland. Crunch, crunch.
Hi, Lindsay, Bobby, Timmy, medium time, first time. I'm way behind on episodes, and I just listened to your episode from a month ago where you were talking about Rachel Zegler and her new ex-Magic Mike boyfriend, and it just inspired me to share my Magic Mike live story of realizing I was a lesbian during the Magic Mike live performance in Las Vegas. So I was there with a friend for her 30th birthday party, and as I was using the bathroom before the show started, I got a voice note from a coworker, a female coworker who I'd been flirting with for months, and she sent me a voice note saying that she wanted to fuck me. So I spent all of Magic Mike Live, my whole life clicking into place, realizing I was a lesbian. So that's my Magic Mike Live story. I hope you enjoyed. So realizing you're a lesbian during Magic Mike Live, who were that? Crunch, crunch.